What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we have some pretty interesting information. We have some spoilers for potentially what's coming to the Tap Tap test servers next week, as well as a little hero preview of potentially what the next 3 Transcendence heroes will be later this year. So let's take 1 second, hit that subscribe button, but we're gonna jump right into the news right now. So let's just start off with what should be coming, I believe, this next week on the Chinese Tap Tap servers, and that is the Void Arc. So that should be the next mode in the Vortex, not the Vortex, in the Void. This Vortex is its own mode in the Void, but yes, it will be the Void Arc. So the Void Arc travels in the Void universe. Through the Arc, you can constantly explore these unknown places. Will also encounter various events. Moreover, Lutz seems to have discovered some new creatures. So, first off, it looks like there's this kind of weird, like, not nebula looking thing at the top here, but it does look like each section is its own faction. So you can see Abyss, Shadow, Fortress, Forest, light and dark kind of segments. It kind of reminds me, I don't know if a lot of you guys have played World of Warcraft, but like how the zone maps kind of look. It's like each one has its own distinct look. That's what it looks like, except it does look like it's like star clusters based on faction. We don't really know what it is going to be doing, but yeah, it does say here Void Arc is scheduled to be released next week on the Tap Tap test servers. Really interesting. And you can see these little globes too. I don't know what they do. Some of them look like they're loot. Other things looks like maybe fuel. Another one is eggs, which we'll talk about eggs in a second. The green one here looks like an egg, but the looks like more loot, more resources. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be another way to potentially generate more Transcendence crystals and stellar shards. Hopefully, that would be a nice infusing. We'll just go with infusing into the system, injecting. There we go, injecting into our accounts of more stellar shards, especially so we can build up the void imprints faster. But those do look pretty cool. The Arc, of course, is going to be the new mode. But speaking of eggs, so this is the other picture we have coming out from the test server this week. So I'm gonna have to ad lib a little bit of this because it's kind of like Google Translate, so it doesn't sound exactly right. But what the description was that came with this was, "Hello everyone, today is New Year's Day." So yes, it did come out a little bit ago. And Lutz has brought 3 round eggs. I believe that the careful soldier fan has noticed that these 3 eggs appeared in the day before yesterday's placement. Know how many, or do you see how many differences there are? Something like that. Lutz and Lutz's sidekick learned from the planner that in addition to the Void Arc gameplay, there will also be a gameplay called Spirit of the Stars. So, in game, you notice there's those 2 globes that says like staying soon or coming soon. I believe this is where they're both going to sit, the Arc and these eggs. After seeing these 3 round eggs, did the soldiers, aka the players, guess what they are? So, this is interesting. I don't know what to take of this because in the other one it says Lutz seems to have discovered new creatures. So, man, does this mean we're getting new pets in the form of Transcendence pets? And if it is that, which I kind of hope it's not, but if it is, hopefully it's not, attached to money. Hopefully it's something you can grind up for free and no cheating it too far ahead. Maybe we'll have another new resource coming out of the Arc, and from doing the Arc gameplay, you'll get the resource for this. Of course, guys, that does mean it does sound like there's going to be more things to do every day. So if you're someone like me who manages multiple accounts, it's going to get a little tedious. It's going to get tedious. But if you are a 1 account player, I mean, all this extra content is just amazing. Honestly, if I was just playing 1 account nowadays, I would love it. There's like just enough to do, maybe a little much, but just enough in my opinion. But yeah, this could be a huge shakeup to the meta. Yet another thing we need to work on, because right now we're still working on guild tech. I mean, like nobody has max guild tech. We're still building additional monsters for PvP modes that require more than 1 monster, like IDA and Guild Wars. We are working on Celestial Island statues, which are an ongoing task. We now have Void Imprints, which are an ongoing task. We have to collect and keep saving for Transcendence heroes in the future. And it does sound like we might have these new creatures be another time investment sink into the game. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, for a game to keep going that's been going on this long, especially for a mobile gacha game, it needs to keep having new things coming out. There's got to be something new to do so you do not just cap out, max out, and then lose interest in the game. So yeah, that is interesting. That is good. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you think's gonna happen? What do you think this arc is? The arc seems kind of cool. I really want another game mode in the game that is very similar to Aspen Dungeon, where you just use one hero. You can have one super strong hero and it'll just carry your whole account along. It's getting to the point where if you need 6+ heroes to do anything new, it gets a little tiring if you're not quite at the end game. Just my opinion. But there is one more thing to go over, and this is a big one. So, yeah, this little picture right here. We have a spoiler, a leak, so to speak, of the next 3 Transcendence heroes that will be picked next year. Just so you know, we're not going to get any official confirmation or anything until late February, and then that's when they'll talk about the second batch of 3 Transcendence heroes that will come out in probably, let's see, February, March, April, like May, August, and December. Around that timeline, we should be getting the next 3. But yeah, what do you guys think? So it does look like the shadow one up top is a ranger. The forest one, the green one, looks like it's a priest. And the last one here looks like a dark assassin. But let's jump in the game and look at the options that we have for these heroes potentially. Let's start off with the shadow faction. So the shadow, I'll actually leave the image probably somewhere over like the bottom corner, just so you guys can keep looking at while we look. But if it is a Shadow Ranger, there's really only 2 options. Number 1 is Field. So I don't really see Field being a Transcendence hero. He's not exactly a popular hero anyway, and I do feel like they want to grab some heroes that were at least popular at one point and fell out of popularity, kind of like Queen and Shia did. The most highest chance potential hero is going to be Kameth, the only other ranger really to pick from in the Shadow faction. He was at one time one of the best CC'ers because he could CC the entire back line of the enemy team in PvP. I mean, and he just looks like a badass. So I'm really hoping Kameth is the one from Shadow. I'm definitely going to build it on the Evil Meme team if that is the case. When we do jump on over to Forest, they're not picking newer heroes, it seems like. So Olivia as a priest is out of the running. The 2 options are Rosa. Maybe. I could kind of see that, but Rose was never like a hugely popular hero. He was a good hero at one point in the game, but not hugely popular. The one that I think it could be, though, is Vesa, because Vesa is the other priest in the Forest faction. Vesa kind of is one of the favorite heroes, I think, of the developers, since you see her in a lot of the stuff that they put out. I have a feeling it could be Vesa as a priest, and that would be kind of good. So again, guys, try to save up these copies if they're heroes you might want to try to build in the Transcendence. And then we have the last one. So the last one's the most confusing because it kind of looks like an assassin when you look at the little screenshot. And there's really only one choice for that, Omnivore. Drake is way too new. It doesn't look like, I don't think it would be Drake at all. It would be stupid if they took a brand new hero and made it a Transcendence. I think Omnivore is probably one of the top contenders, and that could be an extremely powerful hero because, yeah, he has energy drain built into his core of a 10-star. What would happen if you made him Transcendence? Is this going to be like Carry 2.0? I mean, maybe it won't be as bad to have another energy drain hero that maybe even counters Carry. That would be good. But you can only have one on your team anyway, so if it is Omnivore with some sort of energy drain, it's not horrible. And then lastly, the other option would be Das Moog, because I mean he's got like they're like the Demon Hunter blades from World of Warcraft. Actually, that's actually what they look like. The glaives, they look like glaives to me. It could maybe be him. He does have a little pointy hat, kind of like the picture, but I do feel like Assassin is the better option than Ranger. I'm kind of leaning towards Omnivore, so maybe try to save up if you get some copies of Das Moog and Omnivore. Don't feed them off. Just hold on to them for the time being. I don't see any of the other Dark Heroes being, because it would have to be like Aspen and older, and really the only two options are here. Sleepless, DA, nah, not going to be either one of them, I don't think. I think it's most likely going to be Omnivore, but potentially Das Moog. So let me know what you guys think about this news. We'll definitely cover the tap update information later this week. So definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button. Maybe even hit that bell if you want to make sure you see it right away when we get the information. And then, of course, as soon as we do hear more information about the potential next 3 heroes, we'll let you know. I know a lot of people are saying, well, it doesn't have to be a shadow, a forest, and a dark, but it really does, because they did say they wanted to have one of every faction as a Transcendence hero before doing it again, and we already have a Fortress, Abyss, and Light hero, so it's Shadow, Forest, and Dark that are going to come up next, each one 3 months apart. But let me know what you guys think. I'm really excited for Asmodel in February to see how he is, especially since a lot of people could potentially build him, even just 100% free to play. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoy these spoiler videos, and I'll see you guys next time.